Hi, I'm Diego, a boy from a small village in Brazil with big dreams of becoming a professional soccer player. Growing up in poverty, life has been tough. After a severe leg injury during a match, my father, Carlos, begged me to quit the game to avoid losing my leg. Despite promising him, my passion for soccer led me to play secretly. When a scout from a major club came to our village and saw my talent, my father faced a heart-wrenching decision. With tears in his eyes, he chose to support my dream, trusting me to succeed. Against all odds, I worked hard, and now I'm on the path to achieving my ultimate goal, winning the World Cup. Part 1. My name is Diego, a poor child from a small village in Brazil, living under difficult circumstances. I am a talented football player on the path to becoming a professional. Despite the hardships I have faced, my father Carlos has forbidden me from playing football after I suffered a severe leg injury due to being tripped during a match. My parents struggled to treat me in a private hospital, spending all their years of savings on my treatment. The doctor warned them that if I exerted myself physically, there was a risk of amputation. My father was very scared and, with tears in his eyes and a sad face, asked me to promise not to play football again. I promised him, but after 4 months of recovery and due to my great love for the game, I couldn't resist and started playing football secretly with the neighborhood kids. When my father discovered me playing football, he beat and scolded me, fearing another injury and the potential amputation of my leg. Then my father told me a story about his youth. He was a talented football player, but due to an injury, he couldn't walk for over 2 years. Now, he is afraid that I might face the same or worse. I understood my father's perspective and appreciated his concern in a dramatic moment filled with tears from both of us. I joined my father to work in agriculture and continued working with him. One early morning, a boy came running to our house, knocking vigorously and excitedly. Sweating and panting, he told my father that a man from a big club wanted to see me because I was one of the best players in the village. Other boys had recommended me as the best young talent. At first, my father was angry, but then he looked at me and saw my tearful eyes. I gently asked him, "Please, father, let me go." With tears in his eyes, my father had no other choice. Remembering his father, who used to beat him violently whenever he saw him play football, he decided to accept my request. He didn't want me to go through what he had experienced as a child. My tears of sadness turned into tears of joy. My father looked at me with confidence and said, "I trust you." Enthusiastically, I hugged him in a dramatic scene. My father then said, "Go and outplay the defense and score goals." Excitedly, I ran towards the village field with the boy who had come to our house. I met the man who said, "I've heard you're the best dribbler in the village." I nodded enthusiastically, confirming his words. He then said, "Excellent, let's see what you've got." The man threw the ball to me and asked me to show some of my skills. I began to showcase my usual tricks, astonishing the onlookers. In a final move, I decided to perform an acrobatic trick with the ball, just like my idol Ronaldinho. To my surprise, I succeeded, something I hadn't managed in months. The audience was amazed, and I received a warm round of applause. The man, still somewhat skeptical, told me, "You're good at freestyle skills, but we'll see how you perform in a match." I felt challenged and wanted to prove to everyone that I was the best. The only way to showcase my talent was on the field. The man told me there would be a match the next day at the village field, featuring the best players. Whoever performed well would be chosen to play for a real club. He wanted me to be there to show my true skills, and I promised I would. On my way home, I thought about the fame and recognition I would gain if I became a famous player. Moreover, I could leave this devastated village and live a better life with my family. My main motivation was to provide a decent life for my parents. This was my goal, to become a great player despite all the challenges. The next day, I was more excited than ever. I went to the field early in the morning and found no one there. I started training with my old, worn-out shoes. But the fire of enthusiasm inside me was stronger than anything. I began my warm-up exercises, and after a few minutes the man arrived with the most skilled players in the village. They were older than me, but I was more talented. We began preparing for the warm-up before the match, and I noticed people gathering around the field as if it were a real match. My excitement grew even more to win the game. The man gathered all the players and told us that whoever performed best would have a real opportunity to play for a professional team. Everyone was eager to give their best. The match was realistic with a referee, a timed game, and 2 people acting as coaches. I wasn't used to such matches but was determined to do my best. To my surprise, I wasn't in the starting lineup. I asked the coach why I wasn't playing, and he arrogantly told me that I lacked the experience. I was very angry, seeing my dreams slip away. I sat on the bench with tears of frustration on my cheeks. The teams organized and the match began. The opposing team was much stronger, pressuring us from all sides. One of our players passed the ball to the goalkeeper, but he wasn't ready, almost conceding a goal if not for a defender clearing it off the line. Laughter and mockery echoed around the field, shaking the goalkeeper's confidence, leading to more mistakes. In a counterattack, the opposing team scored the first goal. In the first half, our team was completely defensive, not creating any chances to score. The opposing team kept pressing harder until one of our defenders accidentally tripped a player, resulting in a penalty. The opposing player confidently scored the second goal. Despair took over our team. When the referee blew the whistle for halftime, I was filled with disappointment. My one chance to show my talent to the world was slipping away. The second half started with the coach making some changes, but he didn't even look at me. He was like a monster destroying my only opportunity and dream. Our team started creating some chances, but they were quickly lost due to a lack of skill and precision. We began to mount an attack when one of our players was tripped and injured, unable to continue. The coach looked at me with disdain and asked if I wanted to play. I said yes. He put me in as a forward. We started taking advantage of the opportunities and threatening their goal, but their goalkeeper was excellent. The opposing team kept pressuring us until one of our defenders managed to take the ball and start a counterattack. I asked for the ball, and they passed it to me. I started attacking and dribbling past the defenders. When I decided to shoot, one of their defenders tripped me, resulting in a penalty for us. I asked my teammates to let me take it, and they agreed. With a skillful shot, I scored our team's first goal calmly into the center of the net. It was the 80th minute, and we needed to score the equalizer in less than 20 minutes. The team regained its spirit, and we began controlling the game's tempo. Pass after pass, I found gaps in the defense, but every time I got the ball, one of their defenders would trip me. The referee added 4 minutes of injury time, and I was determined to score. In a moment of confusion, one of their players mistakenly passed the ball. I sprinted towards the goal with all my speed. 2 defenders were in front of me, trying to take the ball, but I managed to dribble past them. Now, it was just me and the goalkeeper. He tried to rush me, but with another skillful move, I chipped the ball over him and calmly scored. The crowd erupted with cheers, and my teammates lifted me up. The referee blew the final whistle, and our team won the match because of me. The second episode is available on the channel.